tonight to be able to acknowledge a retiring board member. This is Donna West. There'll be plenty more opportunities to stand and obey her accomplishments. She's been serving on the board as a trustee member for 18 years, and she's only retiring because of me. And let me explain that. The board is guided. Well, Donna lives in my trustee area, it's her trustee area, so we're in the same area together. And since I have a 4-year term, I'm only 2 years in, I have 2 more years. Donna's term came up this year, so she has no way of running against me since I'm not up for re-election. However, in 2 years, Donna can whip my butt if she wants to, because I'm sure if she decides to run again, yeah, I'm sure I won't have a chance. So, watch out for 2 more years. You never know what's going to happen. But she served 4 terms as president of this board, and all 10 of her children graduated from Redlands High School. So, amazing accomplishments indeed. So we're going to be hearing from a lot of people here tonight, Donna. Lots of dignitaries and special guests have come in to honor you tonight. And I have a list I'm going to ask. I'm just going to introduce you. You can come up to that podium. And then after we're all done with all of our guest speakers and presentations, we're going to break the board meeting for a reception out in the foyer so we can have some time together as a big family. Okay. So I'd like to first call up Kurt Lewis from Congressman Aguilar's office.
Thank you so much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I serve as grants director for Congressman Aguilar, and I tell you, I don't know when I've seen so many grant winners as I've seen come to you tonight. It tells me that somebody's doing something very good in this area, and I offer my congratulations to you for that. And to Ms. West, I have a certificate of special congressional recognition that Congressman Aguilar asked me to share with you. If you don't mind, I'd like to share it with the audience.
Okay, before you do that, I just noticed that we're kind of disconnected here. I'm going to bring Donna down there with a chair so she can greet people and you can talk to her directly and give her presentations and things. So just give me a minute. We'll orient ourselves. All right, here's our board member of honor right here.
Okay. You're making me feel my age.
We were hoping to get him in 2 years. Okay. Donna, this is a certificate from Congressman Aguilar. It reads, Certificate of Special Congressional Recognition, presented to Donna West, board member, Redlands Unified School District, and it reads, in honor and recognition of your leadership and dedication to the academic success of Redlands Unified School District students. For over 30 years, you have provided support for our local schools and created programs that expose students to the arts, technology, and given them the tools they needed to excel. Congratulations on your retirement. May you continue to uplift and empower our community. Dated this 13th day of November, 2018. Pete Aguilar, Member of Congress. Thank you so much.
Tyler Ferrari from the State Senator Mike Morrell's office.
Thank you all so much. It's a pleasure to be here. On behalf of State Senator Mike Morrell, I want to present you with this resolution that he has made for you. It's on behalf of himself and the entire California Senate, recognizing your hard work for the past 30 years, doing great things for these kids in Redlands Unified School District. And one thing, when we were working on this resolution, one great thing that I totally found out was that she helped found the Redlands Educational Partnership, and since 1987, they've raised. But since 1987, they've raised over $2 million for Redlands schools, and I think that's an absolutely amazing thing you've done, Ms. West. And on behalf of State Senator Mike Morrell, on behalf of the California State Senate, I want to present you with this resolution, congratulating you.
Paul Berich, Mayor Pro Tem, newly elected, re-elected Mayor Pro Tem of Redlands.
First, on a personal basis, I do not know. Over here. Thank you. On a personal basis, I don't know a woman is more giving and loving to this community than Donna. You're a fabulous woman, and I can't say enough about you. And I have a history with the school district, not only am I a product of school district. My father was with the Redlands Unified School District for 35 years. My children went through Redlands, all through Redlands schools, and I have grandchildren that are currently in Redlands schools. This accommodation is from a grateful city council and a grateful citizens of Redlands. We know when citizens are educated, they make better citizens, and you've contributed to making Redlands a wonderful, wonderful city. Thank you so much. And I can't, I'll just read one thing. There's a lot of what is on these things that you're going to see, but one that really jumped out at me that was to remember, I don't know why they put Ms. It's Mrs. West, established a LIFT program. That's Literacy Ensures Freedom Total Today and Tomorrow, where she also tutors students. You know how important that is, especially, again, if people know how to read and write, they make better citizens, and this makes Redlands such a beautiful city and a great city. Donna, I can't thank you enough with all my heart. Congratulations, and we're going to miss you.
I call up Ted Alejandre, the San Bernardino County Superintendent of Schools. Superintendent.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the board, Superintendent Ariano. It's really an honor to be here tonight and celebrate this retirement recognition for Mrs. Donna West. She's an absolutely incredible board member. As county superintendent, I have the opportunity to go to 33 school districts and interact with many tremendous board members, and I've truly enjoyed my time with Donna over the past 10 years. Not only has she done many things for the Redlands Unified School Districts, she's also supported the entire county and the state of California in her role as a school board member. And I just want to share a few other accomplishments she's had outside of the school district. She served with the California School Boards Association and the Delegate Assembly, the Nominating Committee, their annual program from 2006 to 2018. She's been very instrumental in the County School Boards Association, Executive Committee, Secretary, Legislative Rep, and Nominating Committee for 16 years. And one of the things that we've worked closely with is her role with the San Bernardino County District Advocates for Better Schools Executive Committee, 2002 to 2018, 16 years. So it's really an honor to present Donna with the Certificate of Excellence in recognition of your dedication to advocate for and transform the lives of students and families through education and your service to the Redlands Unified School District Board of Trustees and students of San Bernardino County. Thank you so much, Donna.
Thank you. I'd like to invite Neil Weiner, former board member, retired trustee.
I'm going to use the microphone, okay?
Yes, I'd like that.
It's my honor to offer a few comments about Donna West. Donna, you had a tremendous, long, positive impact in this school district for the benefit of our students. As a former teacher, you understood the formula of education. You knew the value of a quality education, not just for your 10 children and grandchildren, but for every child in the 147 square miles that we serve. You were a tireless volunteer, initially as a parent, then co-founder of Redlands Educational Partnership over 30 years ago. REP now provides over $150,000 annually to support education in our district and runs a successful enrichment school program serving hundreds of students each summer. Since inception, as you just heard, REP has provided over $2 million in support of our students. That came from your vision, Donna. When I joined the school board in 2003, we had struggled with recent board turnover, and I was welcomed to a group where we each accepted a role as a family member. Donna, as the loving, caring, knowing, and committed grandmother. This was the role you played for me, for Patty, for Rich, and for those of us that knew your background, respected your position in the community, and saw your desire to serve our students. Your character, integrity, and commitment to the students in this district was never in question. Neither was your desire to help each of us in a loving and nurturing way. Now, at the end of your long service to this district, wearing so many hats for so many years, this entire room is full of admirers and joins me in thanking you. Tonight, you're surrounded by family, your friends from church, many volunteers from our community, and a few of us that got to work with you firsthand, behind the scenes, and learn from you. Redlands Unified is a better place because of you, Donna. May we all aspire to touch those the way you did and leave a similar legacy.
Thank you, Neil. I'd like to invite retired superintendent, Redlands Unified School District, Lori Rhodes.
Thank you. Well, I am here tonight making comments on behalf of two of us, myself and Bob Hodges. Both of us were honored to work with you. And while Bob is unable to be here tonight, he did send a letter that I'd like to read to you now. Dear Donna, I am sorry I'm unable to attend your final board meeting and take part in honoring your 18 years of exemplary service to the children of the Redlands Unified School District. The energy, enthusiasm, wisdom, caring, and intellect you brought to your position were focused solely on what was best for students. I learned so much about creative and cooperative leadership, watching how you worked to understand all views of a controversial issue, leaving those on the other side feeling listened to and respected. Those of us who have worked with you over these many decades know few others as positive as you, Donna. Your ability to always put your values before your emotions made you one of the very most effective trustees to ever serve our district. I often recall how you would interject a smile and a chuckle into a tense situation, helping all of us to maintain perspective. This is so characteristic of how you see the best in everyone and everything. I remember even years ago when you actually thought you could get people to donate their one-time tax rebate to an educational foundation. While I don't ever remember you seeking recognition or willingness to take full credit for all you have done for others, I hope you will take a moment and accept the heartfelt love and praise we all have for you while acknowledging your incredible, lasting legacy. With affection and admiration, Bob. And Donna, it is a pleasure to be here tonight to celebrate your service to the school district. There isn't a better person to be honored. Donna, your decision-making has always centered on the learning of others and the lasting impact of that learning. You have made a significant difference for the students, staff, and our community. As superintendent, I had the opportunity to work closely with you for almost a decade. You were board president when I was first hired to be superintendent. And the first time we met together to review what would be my first board meeting as superintendent, you looked me square in the eye and you said, with the most pleasant voice, Oh, Lori, what have you gotten yourself into? It's uncanny how you have a way of knowing what other people are really thinking. You were board president several other terms during my tenure, but what was most meaningful to me, you were the board president when I retired, and I valued the kind words that you had for me. Your style of boardsmanship is to have a gentle but firm guiding hand, and your style positively impacted us all. You also do not settle for the status quo or leaving things for others to do. When you see a void, you do something about it, and as a result, great things have happened for kids in our community. You are a voracious learner, and you apply that skill to any educational topic that is new to you, including such things as new reading curriculum, English learners, legislative issues, and many, many more. Countless of our conversations started with you saying, in the most pleasant of voices, "Oh, Lori, I was just reading," and then you would share a wealth of information. I appreciated that you had a true willingness to learn and understand about the topics that impacted teachers, schools, learning, and student success. Donna, you also do the simple things extraordinarily well. I always appreciated your warm and caring greeting every time we saw each other, and I witnessed you give that same greeting to any staff or students that you came across. And finally, Donna, I value your good humor and your optimism, even in the face of daunting challenges. You said to me many times, with the most pleasant of voices, "Oh, Lori, I don't know how we're going to do that, but I know you'll figure it out." Donna, I drew strength from those incredibly powerful words, and I was a better leader because you said them. Donna, as you leave the board, know that you leave a legacy and an imprint of both encouragement and achievement. You are the embodiment of optimism and hard work, and this district is better because you served on the board. Thank you, Donna, for all you've done, and congratulations.
Thank you, Lori. I'd like to invite now our RTA President, Teresa Steinbrenner.
Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to follow Lori. When I hear 18 years of service as a board member and know of others here tonight who have served with you for a decade or more, I'm reminded of the newcomer I am in this position at 3 years, but I'm still not as new as you, Mauricio. I don't think it matters in some respect how many years you work with Donna. She's consistent. I recall her actions and comments at board meetings as always being centered, always being student-centered. She always put our students first. And you seem to be everywhere. School functions from Read Across America to our high school graduation. Thank you for your service to the community that is RUSD. Your name has been joined to the Redlands Unified School Board for as long as I can remember as a teacher for close to 20 years in this district. Your voice will be remembered as a mother looking over our students and our teachers. I'm so happy for you that you'll have more time to spend with your family and friends. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Teresa. I'd like to invite Dan Kivett, our president of RESPA, to take the podium. Thank you.
What can I say that hasn't already been said? Donna, you have really been an inspiration to anybody that's ever watched you. Not only to this school district, but to this entire community. Your involvement in things in the city that focus around students in this community is nothing but miraculous. I only wish I had that much energy to do the things you've done. But I want you to know on behalf of the Redlands Education Support Professionals Association, we thank you for your commitment to this district, to its students, its staff, and the entire Redlands community, which is larger than most of us realize at times. You've worked so hard and diligent, and on a personal note, I always appreciate your candor and frankness every time we've talked. You are straightforward, and it's something that we all aspire to be, and do it in such a loving and caring way, though. So Donna, I wish the best for you, but I know in my heart you're going to be even busier now because you've got a little extra time. So if anybody thinks you're actually going to retire and spend more time with friends and family, let me warn you guys, she's probably got 5 other things already lined up right behind us. So thank you again for your many, many years in your considerate and kind ways. Thank you, Donna.
Thank you, Dan. I'd like to invite now Chrissy Fitch, the PTA Council President.
Good evening. Long before I knew who Donna West was, I heard her name from other PTA leaders that I was learning from. And it was intimidating to me to go to a board meeting or go to a brunch for PTA that they host and see the board members there, because in my mind, I'm a parent of elementary students, and here's this woman with so much experience. And she was in leadership, and it was very intimidating. I remember the first time that I met her, she greeted me with great warmth and put value into what PTA stood for and my efforts. And I have grown to appreciate that more and more. She is always supportive of our efforts with PTA and has encouraged us to continue working hard, and has always just been very supportive, and that's been greatly appreciated. Donna, you will be very missed. As many have already said, I'm sure that we'll be seeing a lot of you still. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chrissy. Now I'd like to invite Cindy Munns and Mallory Mudge from the Redlands Educational Partnership Foundation.
We all see needs around us in our community, and most of us build dreams of what could be instead. Many turn those dreams into a vision with a plan. Some have the fortitude to implement, to do the work to bring to fruition. And very few maintain a dedication and a passion for the vision for over 30 years. And Donna West, you are one of that very few elect. What's more, Donna's passion, her dedication were not only for her own 10 children, but for all children throughout the Redlands Unified School District.
Following the passage of Prop 13, when schools could no longer afford to offer the arts and other programs, Donna went to work. She headed a small group of parents who, with the encouragement and support of the school district, investigated forming an educational foundation to support the enrichment opportunities within the school district. Under Donna's leadership in 1987, Redlands Educational Partnership Foundation was formed. The mission of the foundation was threefold: to make education a priority in the community, to enhance students' learning opportunities, and to better prepare them to become contributing members of our society.
So Donna and the original board of directors initiated a phone-a-thon asking parents to donate their tax rebate checks to REP in order to fund the initial programs of the foundation to accomplish its mission. Those include grants for schools, TAGS funding, that was formerly called Enrichment Plus for the Arts, Rescue the Instruments, the Evening of Appreciation, and those still remain the foundational programs of the Redlands Educational Partnership. Tonight, you saw the teachers being awarded the grants for schools, $60,000, a little bit less than continuing on today. And since its inception, REP has donated the $2 million to schools in the Redlands Unified School District. That's to support enrichment opportunities. REP programs have reached generations of students in all the schools and impacted countless lives.
Donna remains a guiding force to REP and to the entire Redlands community. She remains an advocate for educational foundations and shares her wealth of knowledge with those in other districts.
and I'm sure she would want me to remind you to register for the annual turkey trot, which she was instrumental in bringing to Redlands along with her son-in-laws and benefits rep in our programs. In Donna's own words, find education, find your profession, but look beyond success to significance. What will you give back to the world? Donna recognizes you and honors you for your impact on our small corner of the world.
Thank you, Cindy and Mallory. I'd like to welcome Stephanie Houston, Colton Redlands Yucaipa Regional Occupational Program Superintendent, or more endearingly, we just call it CRI-ROC.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for inviting me here to participate in this. It's such an honor to be here to honor Donna West. She served on the Colton Redlands Yucaipa ROP board since 2000, was the first term that she was appointed from the Redlands board to serve on the CRI-ROC board. Our board is made up of members of each of the 3 districts that are partners in the ROP. So serving in 2000 initially, and then after that, continuously from 2008 until current year. So she was part of the board when they chose the last superintendent, which is me, the current superintendent, so I thank you for that. And we've served together on SANDABs, as Ted had mentioned. I remember a CSBA trip in San Francisco when we were Redlands District and CRI-ROC both honored with a Golden Bell. I remember being at the airport in a rain delay and probably learning more at the airport about leadership and service. Just being there with Donna at that time, I really appreciate that. So we have a certificate from the Colton Redlands Yucaipa ROP. What we do is career technical education, so we've already heard about the impact through the various initiatives that you've sort of overseen. One of the other pieces that Donna's been extremely supportive of is the career technical education elements that are provided in the district. So when we talk about career pathways and we talk about opportunities for our high school students to really engage in integrated pathways with career relevance, Donna's been at the forefront of all of that, so I really appreciate her for that. So we have a certificate for your commitment to career technical education, and our students, staff, and programs have greatly benefited from your input and your support, so we thank you for that.
Thank you, Stephanie. Now I'd like to invite one of your children, Jenny Miner. Welcome.
So am I considered a dignitary now? Siblings, take note, I'm considered a dignitary. So I don't have any plaque to give my mom or anything, but you say 30 years ago she got involved in the community, but really I say 60 years ago she got involved in the community by having children. So I cried. Anyway, we feel like we've helped hone her skills to become the woman who she is. And we're so grateful for her and all she's done for us as siblings, but also for the community, and has been such a good example to all of us. And I need to tell you a funny story about 18 years ago when she first was campaigning. My dad loved the campaigning part of this whole school board. She disliked it very much. And after she won the election, you know, my dad was all excited about that, and my mom was more excited to be on the school board, but my dad said, man, I'm sure glad I'm on the school board. I couldn't stand those boring board meetings. So, sorry to tell you that, but I added it up. If you've had 2 board meetings a month for 18 years, you've been, for 10 months out of the year, 9, 10 months, it's been like 360 board meetings you've been to, and I know for a fact Dad went to some of those. So anyway, all you've said these things about my mom, and she's always she's always kept her reasonings true. What you see is what you get with her. She loves children, she loves education, she loves families, she loves teachers. Her appreciation of teachers has always been true, and she loves the city of Redlands, which has made her a perfect board member all these years. And I just so appreciate her and her total love for the community and total selflessness. There's never been a streak of power grabbing for this. For her, it's out of love and out of her dedication for this community and trying to make this world a better place, because I know she firmly believes that families are what really makes the world go round. And if you can have a good family and encourage education and your children to grow that way, that you will have a better world. And we love you, Mom. And we'll be excited to see more of you, even though we still see you. She makes time for us too. So anyway, congratulations, Mom. We love you.
I'd like to welcome our current superintendent of schools, Mauricio Arellano.
This is a tough one. Donna, congratulations, and thank you so much for the 18 years of service to the Redlands Unified School District and the thousands of students that prospered from your leadership and wise decisions. I want to thank you for your genuine support, guidance, mentoring, and love of the 3 superintendents that had the pleasure of working under your leadership, Bob Hodges, Lori Rhodes, and myself. Your presence on the board has been powerful. You've asked all the right questions. You read every SIPSA page by page. You analyzed student data each year. You visited schools throughout the year, observed programs, promoted continuous focus on student achievement, formed the Redlands Educational Partnership to fund and provide programs for our kids that the district could not afford. You've gone above and beyond what any person could provide as public service. And tonight, you've heard so many accolades from many members of our community, so I won't repeat them, as there are millions of other stories to add to them, but I will do this. I will validate each and every statement that's been made here today. She is a wonderful, wonderful woman, wonderful, wonderful person, and a wonderful, wonderful public servant. And what many people don't know about Donna, which was my instant connection to her, is that she's fluent in Spanish. And so my unique and special tribute tonight to say to her is as follows. Ha sido un placer, un honor, y un privilegio servir con usted. It has been a pleasure and an honor and a privilege to serve with you. Donna, on behalf of the Board of Education, who will soon have a few words to share with you, Cabinet, and myself, I wish you all the best. You will be truly missed, and I hope that you will please accept in a moment the gestures and gifts as a symbol of our gratitude for your service to the Redlands Unified School District. And you've always reminded me of my mom. And I really appreciate that because I love my mom and I miss her when she passed away. And you've kind of filled a void for me. But Donna, thank you for your years of service. Thank you for your confidence in me. And you will be sorely missed. Thank you.
How did we know that? I have no idea, but we did.
Jenny,
Yes,
Jenny,
why?
Jenny.
And then it has an inscription here, so. So I'd like to read the inscription on this vase. And it says, it shows our emblem, and certainly excellence in education is what Donna is all about. And it says, in honor, thank you, of your service to students, parents, and staff of Redlands Unified School District, Donna West, Board of Education, 2000 to 2018. They should have put a question mark after that, but they didn't. But I know there is. But, you know, on behalf of the board, you are a gem and you're a flower. We love you. And thank you so much for
Now, it's my turn. You know, I've served with some wonderful people through the years, and it's so nice to see Neil and Lori here. You bring back such wonderful memories. Any other former school board member here? Oh, there, Rich Howard's here. It has been wonderful serving on the board with these individuals and serving under 3 outstanding superintendents. I had pictures of each one of them they're kind of like my children. You know, I see one school and I think, oh, they're like middle children. Oh, these are, you know, older children. And so I have, when the superintendents have come and I've served with them, I served first with Bob Hodges. And he came from the business services department. And so he was so smart and he could make such good judgments about how to handle our money, and he put our school district on such a firm foundation economically, and he was just such an outstanding superintendent. And then here came Lori Rhodes, and she came from educational services, and she was so smart about programs and how to make us be successful in our district. She was a powerhouse. About that time, Common Core came out, and she got laptops. And I think that Neil helped us figure out a way to get our laptops. And so she provided workshops for our teachers so that we could have teachers prepared to go into the Common Core, and the students all had laptops. And she didn't stop there. She just continued. She during her service as a superintendent, I think we had 8 gold bell boards. And she was just, and many workshops. She presented our school board national meeting. She would have workshops that were very meaningful. And then during her time, because of her striving for excellence, it was during that time that we became among the top 50 districts in the state of California, unified districts out of 181 unified districts. So we were in the top 50. I mean, she just did so much and she worked so hard for our district. So she deserves a rest. Now, and it's my pleasure now to serve with Mauricio Arellano. And I have to tell you something interesting. He comes from the Human Resources Department, and he loves people. He loves our teachers. We get awards out to people, our teachers and our classified people. He has brought a positive feeling to our district, and I really appreciate that. I have to tell you something interesting about him. When I read all of the applications to be superintendents, the new superintendent of our district, I read Mauricio's, and I was impressed with one thing. Not only does he present well, but there was one thing that really took my curiosity and my decision making. There was the district he was working in, they had cell towers near the schools, and many of the parents got the idea that there had been random cases of cancer in that neighborhood, and they were sure the cell towers were causing that cancer. And so he didn't try to mollify and say, no, it's okay, it's not. He went to UCLA and got the top person who has made a study of cell towers and cancer and could refute their premise that it would cause cancer to. And so he invited that very top important person to his school district, and he convinced them that it was okay. I thought, this guy looks out of the box. He thinks out of the box, and he's a guy that will find people who need to get things done. And so we hired Mauricio. And so what do we have now? We have Garner Holt going into our school district. We have Z-Box, too many grandkids. Z-Box coming into our district. Z-Space coming into our district, and just many wonderful things that he is eager to see. We've taken a giant step into the fields of technology, and so he has been a wonderful superintendent so far. I have served with such wonderful people in this district, and it's been my pleasure. I love the principals. And I see a lot of principals here tonight. I want you to know that you are my favorite part of this job. I love going to your schools. I love to see your successes. I love to see your plans for the future. I observe teachers. I see what outstanding teachers we have in our district. And although I've been on the board long enough that the road is not smooth, that there will become financial difficulties. There will be difficulties that we're facing now, but we just have to keep plodding along and take care of these. We have a strong core of wonderful individuals who teach and lead in our district, and we can't be distracted by the things that are hitting us. Our job is to educate our children, and so we have to leap above all these difficulties and focus on what we're trying to do. I know we have to put out fires. I'm not saying we have to ignore, absolutely can't ignore all this stuff, but we have to solve it within due time and keep our focus on educating our children. So it has been a wonderful opportunity, and I appreciate my family, and I always cry when I talk about my family. But I'll pull myself together tonight and just say some wonderful things. My children all graduated from RHS. They all went to college. The girls all have bachelor's degrees. My 4 sons are physicians, 3 dermatologists, 1 plastic surgeon. My family has been the most important thing to me in my life. Having a good family, raising good children, that has been my universe, and I have loved it. But I want you to know how much I love all of you wonderful people who are serving and helping the students in our district achieve. And so thank you so much for coming this evening. And I may get the big head, except that I won't. No, I don't do that. But I want you to know how much I love you and all the service that you're doing. Thank you so much. I just feel so honored this evening. Thank you so much.
We're going to break for about a 15-minute reception, if you will. But before we do that, Mary Roon, I'm going to have you go up on the stage. And all your colleagues, family, friends, everybody that's here, let's fill up the center section with Donna right in the middle. And Mary Roon can take a picture of all of us here honoring her tonight, if that'd be all right with everybody. So move to the center section, and we'll